Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining us for another video. My name is Sal. If you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you guys and say thank you so much for joining us. We are doing videos every Tuesday and every Thursday. Thursday is our portfolio update, and I go through what is going on, any new investments that we've been making, and any potential sell-offs, which of course, as a dividend growth investor, we are not looking to sell, we are looking to hold, but sometimes you just make bad decisions, which you can see in a video that I'll post in the description below about why I sold some of my stocks over the last few weeks. Before we get started, I want to take this time to acknowledge a couple of folks that have left some comments over the last few videos, over the last few weeks. So thank you guys so much. It is very encouraging to get comments, to get likes, and to get subscriptions as we continue to be consistent and uploading new videos. If you've watched any number of videos on how to be successful on YouTube or how to get subscriptions, the number one thing is always consistency. And I can say that doing a video on Tuesdays and Thursdays has definitely helped me. I'm able to keep a schedule that I can work around my business, but then also make 2 videos a week and see the results in that through comments and likes and the subscriptions going up. So thank you to these folks for leaving a comment over the last few weeks. If you have anything that you have any questions about our portfolio or just a general comment, I would really appreciate it. And of course, to appease the algorithm, to appease the YouTube gods, please consider leaving us a like and subscribe for more content. So not too much to talk about this week. We have not made any new investments, so our portfolio is sitting at $1,015. If you're new to the channel, we started investing back in June of 2019. We are now in August. So over the last 3 months, our portfolio has gone up and down a little bit. At its peak, it was at around 12% return. Now it's starting to balance out and we're getting a little bit more consistent. So over the last 3 months, we have gained $43.65. This is obviously updating as the minutes and seconds go by, but over the last 3 months, we are up 4.49%. I do want to take a look at the last 3 months of the S&P 500, and you'll notice here, right around the time we started investing, let's go early June, and we'll track it till today, you'll see that the market is up about 1.3%, while my portfolio is at 4%. So you could think that I'm beating the market. One could argue that this portfolio is beating the market, which is obviously a goal that most investors have, is to try to beat the market. I am absolutely not a financial genius or any sort of financial advisor, so this is purely for entertainment. Please don't take any of this as investment advice. This is one man's portfolio who is learning and growing, and I hope that you will join us on this journey to learning and growing as well. So again, looking at the month, as we drill down, looking at the month, we are up 1.06% or $10.71. Looking at the week, we are up 2% or $28.23. And on the day, we are just starting on Thursday. The bell has rung and we are up $2.07 or 0.2%. So all in, looking at what we've actually contributed to the portfolio, we're sitting at around $972 of capital that has been invested, but with a return of 4%, we are up $43. That's very rewarding to me as someone who likes to look at the numbers. I don't compulsively look at it, but I do look at the numbers on a daily basis just to check in on my watch list, see if there's anything that's moving down. If you saw the recent news, Target had a 17 or 19% surge in their stock price. I do believe that that's probably a little bit overvalued, and that was an emotional reaction to their earnings, but I would like to invest in some companies that have that type of growth. Since we are dividend growth investors, I am looking to grow our dividends month over month to then compound and then reinvest into new dividend growth stocks. Switching over to the dividend income portfolio spreadsheet, this is one that was created by Andrei, Jikh, so thank you so much to him. Big shout out, great channel, education and entertainment. If you're interested in his videos, which you probably already are subscribed if you're looking at my videos, go ahead and check his videos out. They're always a treat to look at. He's got great skills, and this came from being a Patreon of his channel. You can download this portfolio income tracker. So this is a quicker way for us to look at my entire portfolio and see how it's doing overall instead of looking at each individual one on Robinhood. You can actually see what we're invested in here: NLY, ABR, AT&T, Aurora Cannabis, and you can just go down the list. I have about 19 companies that I have invested in, and that number will grow as the compounding takes effect, as the dividends start to collect and reinvest into these other companies. So as I've mentioned in the past, we do have a high yield portfolio, high risk, high yield. The reason for that is we are essentially playing catch up. We are looking to compound our dividend growth over the next few years so that I then can rebalance this portfolio to more safer stocks, quote unquote, dividends aristocrats, stocks that are a little bit more resistant to recessions, as you've probably been seeing a lot of talk about recessions. So again, this is not financial advice. This is not anything that I would advise anyone to go out and purchase. But as I mentioned, our portfolio is up 4% while the S&P 500 is down 0.83%, depending on what day you're looking at, but also up about 1%. So looking at this spreadsheet, it's very helpful for me to look at it as it gives me a huge overview of what we're looking at on a day-to-day basis, our number of shares that we own, the average buy price. I'm always trying to keep this average buy price down. So as a stock goes down, I try to dollar cost average down so that when it does go back up, there's obviously a portfolio gain. This does list the market price and the cost basis, basically how much we have invested with the number of shares and what we have total equity in that particular stock. This also gives me a gain and loss and then a growth percentage. You can see here that Aurora Cannabis right now is down 20%. General rule of thumb from what I've been learning is any stock that hits 20% loss, that's probably right about the time you want to sell. I'm not ready to sell Aurora Cannabis just yet. I am looking over the next few years to hold it and see how the marijuana stocks do. I do have a few others that are in my watch list that I'm taking a look at to see if they have better potential to grow. This is 100% a speculation buy on my part. So again, do not take this as investment advice or an investment tip. Do your own due diligence and research. And again, this spreadsheet does give me my annual dividend yield on each of these stocks, so it's great to be able to look at it on the fly and see that AT&T is paying me $2 on an annual basis, which gives me an annual income of $10.20 based on the 5 shares that I own. So this is really great to really give you a high overview. Big shout out again to Andrei for putting this together. This gives me an annual income look at each of my investments. And then if I scroll down all the way to the bottom, because there's a lot of empty cells here, we can see here that we have a total investment of $19.59, the market value at $19.76, which is nice. Obviously, that's a gain of 16.9. And then our annual income is projected to be, or will be, $192.74 based on the annual dividends that are coming from each of these stocks. I do use another dividend income growth tracker on a Google spreadsheet that came from the Joseph Carlson show. Version 2 is out there, so if you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description below. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. Again, if you find value in this type of content, please do leave us a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content. We do a video every Tuesday and every Thursday where we deep dive into our portfolio. If you have any questions about why I've invested in some of these stocks, or if you have any questions, suggestions, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.